Hi, I'm Mark from Jackson Jet Setting. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about inside cabins and why you should book one. Some cruisers love them, some cruisers hate them. Bottom line, the cheapest way to get on board a ship. But what are the benefits of booking an inside cabin? Let's check out the 7 best reasons why you should book an inside cabin for your next cruise vacation. The number one reason why you should book an inside cabin on your next cruise is because it is the cheapest way to get on board the ship. I've already mentioned this. It is absolutely the dirt cheapest way to get on board the ship. We all know from cruising that once you get on board, most things are free, already included, already paid for. Of course, you do have your specialty dining and your alcohol, special excursions once you get off the ship. But by booking an inside cabin, you reserve more of your vacation budget for those types of activities. You can allot it the way you want, and you're not paying big bucks for one of those primo suites. Number 2 is you're never in the room. So if you're looking to get on board that ship, crack open that novel that you've waited all year to read on your Oceanview balcony, the inside cabin is not going to be the way to do it. But if you're a social guy like me, you don't really mind getting out into the ship, spending all day outside of your room, an inside cabin is really not going to be that big of a deal. So if you're that type of person, inside cabin may be for you. The number 3 reason to book an inside cabin on your next cruise is if you deal with seasickness. So seasickness is caused by the motion of the ship most of the time. If you want to mitigate those effects, that's something that might affect your cruise vacation. An inside cabin may help with that. And the reason why is you have your balcony cabins, your ocean view cabins on the outside of the ship. If you book one of those cabins, the ship starts moving and you start swaying. If you're in an inside cabin, you're towards the center of the ship. And so the movement side to side is going to be way less than if you were on those outside cabins. The other reason too is that inside cabins can sometimes be located lower in the ship. So it's a little bit closer to the center of gravity for the ship. You're going to notice the ship movement's a whole lot less. So that may help with seasickness. My number 4 reason for booking an inside cabin is free roam of the ship, just like everyone else who's booked an ocean view or balcony cabin. Now, most of the ship is going to be open to you if you book the cheapest room on the ship. Most of the major amenities that they're advertising. Unfortunately, for suites or people with status, sometimes there's areas of the ship that are only open to them. I'm thinking about the Haven on Norwegian cruise lines, or even on Royal Caribbean, they have some suite lounges on some ships. So that's something that you won't have access to in an inside cabin, but you're probably not going to miss out on too much. Again, your food is included. Non-alcoholic beverages a lot of the times are included, or at least your basic ones like lemonade and coffee, drip coffee. If you're trying to take your first cruise vacation and you want to get on board as cheaply as possible but still enjoy most of the amenities, an inside cabin may be for you. Number 5 is for those solo travelers out there. So if you've ever sailed solo on a ship, or if you've never sailed solo on a ship, you may not know that they actually do charge single supplements on board most of the time. So this can be up to 200% of a single person fare. Most cruises advertise based on double occupancy. So if you're sailing alone, you're gonna wanna find that cheapest room possible to save you the most amount of money, because you may end up paying double that fare that they were advertising. Sometimes they do advertise no fee for sailing solo if the ship is relatively empty. You never really know. Number 6 is that some ships have gotten pretty clever with their inside cabins and unveiled virtual portholes or virtual balconies. I'm thinking about the Disney Dream. They have these magical portholes that display a live feed outside. So your inside cabin has basically a really cool LED screen that mimics a window, of course with some Disney magic in there. Then Royal Caribbean also has a virtual balcony, so it actually feels like an open air balcony in some ways without all the wind and weather. So really, really cool there. It makes the space feel a lot bigger, maybe a little bit less claustrophobic. I haven't personally sailed in one of these, but I'd like to actually try one of these days. Number 7 is you really don't need the space. Maybe you're someone who packs light. Maybe you're a couple and you really enjoy each other's company. The inside cabin is no big deal to you because you don't really need the space that maybe a suite or a junior suite may have available to people. Funny enough, some of those inside cabins are actually bigger than the ocean view or balcony cabins in terms of square footage. So look for those. You can get a little bit of a deal. And if you're one of those light packers, enjoy your inside cabin. Thanks a lot for watching this video about why you should book an inside cabin on your next cruise. If you like these types of videos, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you at sea.